Have you found yourself asking, do women still even want to be approached by men? Especially, do women even want to be approached by me? If you find yourself asking these questions, I am here to tell you 4 key feedback loops that you can look out for when you're approaching a woman, which shows that she is receptive and comfortable and open to you speaking to her. Now, I'm dating coach Hayley Quinn, and the reason I want to give you these feedback loops is because I don't want you to be missing out on key opportunities to meet amazing women and bring them into your lives. If you're holding back out of an assumption that somehow all women don't want to speak to men, this isn't correct. For all the women out there in the world, and I can't speak on behalf of everybody, of course there are going to be some women who, for whatever their reasons, whether that is a recent breakup, that they're interested in other women, or are just not in the mood, do not want to be approached by you. However, there's going to be another group of women who are walking around hoping that a guy is going to actually make that first move, and finally they're going to find an amazing guy. And there's going to be a group of women in the middle who, whilst they might not expect to be approached today, if they like you and if they feel engaged in the interaction, will feel very happy to talk to you. So rather than assume that approaching women is a no-no, I would rather that you practice moderation and that you actually try to make that approach, and then just look out for these key signals that she's happy to remain in that interaction. Key signal number 1 is that she's still and that she's present during the interaction. If you find yourself trailing off after her down the street, or she seems very agitated, or that she's looking around, she's signaling to you that she wants to leave that interaction. If, however, she seems very comfortable speaking to you, her body language is quite relaxed, you can see that she's placing her weight into one hip, or that she's maybe even crossed her legs so that you know that she's standing there and is stationary, you know on that instance that you have successfully captured her attention and she's ready to hear what you have to say. Secondly, and I know this is an obvious one, but I'm saying it anyway, has she verbalized that she would like to leave the interaction? And this might not be as strong as, I just don't talk to strangers. It could be something along the lines of, I've really got to get back to my work right now. I'm sorry, I'm just in my way to a meeting. Or as I've had to say on a couple of occasions, I respect what you're doing, but unfortunately I'm in a relationship and I also teach this stuff. If she sent a clear signal verbally that she's unwilling to continue the conversation, you want to show that you can respond to that. A great example of this is, once I witnessed a guy who did approach a woman and she said, I'm sorry, I just don't want to be approached right now. And he went, all right, so would you like me to exit stage left or stage right? And he said it with a big smile on his face, and she cracked up. And he wished her a good day, and it ended up being a really positive interaction. Remember, as a man, if you show to a woman that you do listen and you are responsive to her, even if she's not in the mood to talk to you that day, this might set her up with a better expectation of how men will interact with her, which could help the next guy out who she might be able to meet.
Excuse me. Hi, this will sound a little cheeky of me.
I'm really sorry, but I'm in a rush. I'm gonna have to go. Sorry.
No worries, have a really good day.
Thanks.
Likewise, for the lols, I have to say I've straight up told a guy that I am a dating coach, I do this stuff, it's all over YouTube, and I'm in a relationship, and he still continued to ask me, are you French? Though I'm clearly English. And at this point in time, apart from being moderately aggravated, you're just like, no, he's not listening to me. So remember, if she has given you that clear verbal, then just get out of there, because also you want to be approaching women who are really open to hearing what you have to say.
Excuse me, I just wanted to say...
I'm sorry, I'm busy. I'm
look,
in a rush.
Are you Spanish?
No,
cool,
I'm in a rush.
because I think you look Spanish.
Bye, see ya.
Third signal. Is she participating in the conversation? It is true that some women are some people are more shy or more introverted than others. However, in the interaction, before you ask for her contact details, you really want to see that she is participating in the interaction. This could mean that she is asking you a question about yourself, giving you extended answers, answering your questions with more information than she needs to offer. If she's doing these things and is contributing to the conversation, she is enabling you to connect with her and get that insight into who she is as a person. She is also demonstrating that on that particular day, she is feeling confident and happy enough within herself that she is then able to be receptive.
Excuse me. I know this will sound a little random, but I just noticed you and I was like, do you know what, I should just go and say hello to you.
Hi.
Hello, I'm Jack.
I'm Parvin. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So I noticed you were kind of just walking along very nice and slowly.
Yeah.
You know.
It's a nice day, but why not?
It's a very nice day.
Yeah.
It's a good philosophy to have.
Yeah.
I admire it. Oh, and the dog's showing us love, you know.
Yes.
That's a sign,
Showing
you
you
know.
love.
Showing me love.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm sure.
You're getting the attention today.
I'm sure once you got to know it, it would probably warm up to you.
Probably, yeah.
You know, every you know, I'm sure, you know, that's a sign, you know.
So where are you off to today?
If you find you are talking at someone and they're not engaging at all, even if you manage to convince her to give her phone number to you, the chances are that because she hasn't experienced any connection, that she won't be looking to follow up on that exchange of contact details. Finally, the fourth signal you really want to look out for is how readily and willingly does she give those contact details. If she says you can find me on Twitter, or offers her email, or says, oh, I have a boyfriend, or I don't give out my contact details to strangers, there's really no point haggling over this. You should just be reading that as a sign of, okay, this woman isn't really all that open to meeting me right now for whatever her reasons. And, you know, I don't need to flog a dead horse. I need to find a woman who is really open to what I have to offer. So I'm going to let this go. Ideally, she should, with relative ease, be offering you an Instagram or her phone number. Better sign still if she even checks that you've written her phone number down in your phone correctly and spelt her name right. What a great sign. So remember, guys, it's not that you can't approach women. There are still a large amount of women out there in the world who would love to meet you. However, it is really important that you take on board these 4 feedback loops to double check that she's comfortable with the interaction proceeding. Hopefully, if you can master these feedback loops, you'll also feel more secure to approach more women, knowing that you're doing it in a way which is respecting how she's communicating with you and taking her feedback loops on board, whether they're positive or whether they're negative. Anyway, I want to wish you good luck for your approaching. I am going to be releasing a series of videos coming up, which are going to show how my coaches, one man, one woman, are approaching in a whole bunch of different scenarios. So you want to be checking that out.